What's up, guys? MrGimms back again, and we're back with the September developer update. Now, I'm not going to go, I'm going to touch on some things here, and then I'm going to go into details on the important things here. So this is going to be a very, try to make it a very matter of fact and just get the info to you as quick as possible and not drag it out for too long. But there is a fair bit here, so I will do my best to get through it as fast as possible while being very clear. Also, don't forget, guys, that we are strictly streaming on YouTube now. I did want to tell you this in a video rather than just doing the streams. We are doing everything on YouTube like we did back in the day when the golden days of YouTube. We're streaming shorts, videos, everything's in one basket. So don't forget to get those notifications turned on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that stuff. It really does help out. And I hope to see you in one of my streams in the evening during the week sometime. But anyway, let's get into it. First thing is first, anti-face camping. Anti-face camping. I don't know why that sounds weird. I'm not going to get into the details of how they explain it and why we need to get rid of it. You all know why people don't want it. We've all felt it. We all know what it's like. Going forward, you'll notice a new meter appears when you're on the hook. This meter will gradually fill up whenever the killer is near you. The closer the killer is, the faster the meter will build up. Once it is full, you'll gain the ability to unhook yourself with a 100% chance of success, even during the second hook phase. Unhooking yourself in this way will grant you all the usual benefits such as endurance and haste. You still get the benefits of that. Okay. I mean, you would need to get away from the hook, I guess, if he's just going to do it. Well, then you're going to get off the hook anyway. That's really weird. Okay, let's keep going. To ensure that this cannot be abused by aggressive survivors, the rate at which the meter fills will decrease or potentially even stop entirely when other survivors are nearby. That's an interesting change. So if you're playing Ring Around the Rosie around a hook now, with the survivor and they're essentially killing their teammate or whatever, the meter will stop entirely. I like that. That's quite nice. I'm feeling it. Additionally, once the exit gates are powered, this feature is disabled entirely. Makes sense. This is because at this point in the match, the killer needs to do whatever they can to ensure that last kill. I really like it. I don't think this is bad on paper. Obviously, this is all for the PTB tomorrow, by the way, which is going to be Tuesday, the 19th. It's tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the UK. So I'm looking forward to testing it. I think it's interesting, at least. And the next big change, and I think most of you will agree with this, is the Skull Merchant. Again, we're not going to go on about their explanation. We're just going to go on what they've changed exactly. So lock on active zones being the main culprit behind the Skull Merchant's ability to defend generators are no more. So yeah, that area of effect zone, it's gone. It's gone, boy. On top of making survivors exposed, these zones provided the Skull Merchant with too much information on the survivors within them, allowing the killer to quickly react and chase them away. With active zones removed, the Skull Merchant's drones need a new way to lock onto survivors. Now, whenever a survivor is scanned by a drone's beam, they will receive 1 stack of lock-on. Upon reaching 3 stacks of lock-on, the survivor will immediately receive a claw trap. So that's how they get claw traps now, not by messing up the little code thing or whatever on the drone. However, avoiding a drone scanners won't be easy thanks to the introduction of 2 new modes. Okay, it's interesting. Eyes in the Sky will now have 2 modes, stealth mode and scouting mode. Okay. In stealth mode, the drone's spinning beams will be invisible and the drone will be much quieter. Survivors will still want to watch closely for the lights on the drone itself to tell where the beams are so they can sneak up and disable it. In scouting mode, the drone's scan lines will be visible and rotate much faster, making them more difficult to approach or run by undetected. In either mode, the drone's scan lines will not detect a survivor who is stationary, effectively preventing them from being used to guard generators. Okay. Survivor can interact with the drone in either state to disable it for 45 seconds, after which they will return to stealth mode. Okay. All right, let's see what the claw traps do, because I'm not convinced about that, really. Survivors who end up with a claw trap will find themselves on the receiving end of the following effects. If they are healthy, they will instantly be injured now. Wow, okay, that's a good start. All right. If they are injured, they will receive deep wounds. This will not grant the survivor a speed boost. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, deep wounds, though. It's always the wrong way to go, in my opinion. The survivor suffers from the broken status effect until the trap is removed. Why? Why? Okay, we found the most redundant part of the power. I just don't understand that, because, they're injured anyway, so who cares? They get out of broken by what, in 60 seconds? It's so stupid that I just can't stand that. Like, it's like it's like they're trying to think of a buff and like they're just like, oh, throw this in there, that'll do. Stupid. This location, their location will be revealed on the killer scanner for a short duration. That's nice. Additionally, survivors with a claw trap who are scanned by one of the killer's drones receive a 10% movement speed penalty for 6 seconds, are revealed to the killer with killer instinct with their location for 3 seconds. Okay, them two things are nice. I like information like that. The claw trap's battery will expire and the trap will be removed automatically after 45 seconds. Okay. I don't know about how strong it'll be. Right now, she needs to change, and I completely understand that. I've got nothing against that. She's dog shit right now. Everyone agrees. The 3-gen thing, it's happened to everyone. But I don't know if this is going to be a good replacement. Obviously, it needs to be replaced. Again, don't yell at me just yet in the comments, but this seems a bit half-assed. But I'm always happy to try, as you guys know. Quality of life. All right, so they made some changes to her kit in general. The Skull Merchant now has 6 drones instead of 4. See, that makes me really worried that her power just isn't good enough anymore. If they're willing to give you another 2 drones, that's usually the first sign to be worried. But again, always willing to try. The Skull Merchant will now immediately become undetectable for 8 seconds after deploying a drone. That's quite nice. The minimum distance between drones is now 16 meters, was 22. That's really good. I like that. Good. The killer's movement speed is no longer decreased when checking the scanner. God, should have always been that way. Lock-on progress no longer decays. Nice. Drones can no longer be manually reactivated. How do you reactivate them then? Drones can now be placed above or below other drones deployed on different floors. Yeah, because you used to be able to scan it and, you know, get over 2 floors with midwich or something. Damn. Failing to hack a drone will now grant 1 stack of lock-on instead of instantly locking on. The Skull Merchant's footsteps are now quieter, making her hard to track behind walls. That's interesting. I like that. That's cool. We have updated the Skull Merchant's chase music. You mean from the washing machine? Good. We have reviewed the Skull Merchant's add-ons, adjusting some of them, giving new effects to others. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this sounds pretty good. I think on paper it's... There's some things I'm a bit worried about, but others not. There's quite a few little juicy nuggets in there, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What do you guys think? Obviously, I'm willing to try anything over what we've got now, because what we've got now is terrible, so let's rock and roll, I guess. And then we got some changes to the Shattered Square. There's a couple of things that are a little bit annoying about the map. Low obstacles is something that annoys people. You know, people are tripping up on things all the time because you're not sure what you can walk on and what you can't. The line of sight, especially with certain killers, can be a bit of an issue. They're addressing that. The size and layout, it is in fact one of the biggest maps in the game. It's quite a big rectangle. But apparently they're adjusting that as well, which is good. Kind of like the artist's level. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, that's really good. Overall, I'm always happy with good map changes. If you want to check out exactly what they said, I'm just giving you an overview. The link will be in the description. And for the McMillan Estate, they've added 2 new realms per map. So basically there's going to be alternate versions, different versions of each of the McMillan Estates, where, you know, basically what that means is it's tile changes and things like that. The trademark mine shaft might be in a different area now. So we'll check that out on the PTB and see how it looks. It sounds pretty good. They've updated Furtive Chase and Background Player. Basically they have increased the terror radius reduction for each token to 5 meters, was 4. For a maximum of 20 meters, so it's really not going to make much of a difference with Furtive Chase. And for Background Player, they have only increased the speed boost to 5 seconds, was 4. They've just increased the speed bonus to 5 seconds, 1 more second. It's really not a big deal. Killer tweaks the Trapper. I'm really excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. They crap on here about how he's like the poster boy and everything, but, you know, he's not. They've given up on him. But this is a nice change, so let's have a look. 8 bear traps will now spawn on the map, was 6. That's really cool. I'll take it. The trapper will receive a 7.5 haste effect after setting a bear trap, which is now putting you into the realms of maybe it's worth it putting a trap down when you're in a chase. How good is that? If you're going to go into the big boy leagues, I would have just increased it to 10%. Stop messing around. Just let's be realistic here. We'll see what 7.5% looks like when we're playing him on the PTB, but I would have done 10%. The Trapper needs it. I'm just going to say it already before I even try it. He needs it. Then for the Huntress and the Trickster, basically they're worried about how when you search a locker, you'll be taken out of the chase, or you can ruin the chances of you continuing a chase. Obviously, if you're not missing your weapons, your hatchets or your knives, you're not really going to be worried about that. But this game caters to the lower and the higher end of the community, so they've reduced the locker reload time to 3 seconds was 4. It's really not a big deal. The Death Slinger, they've adjusted some add-ons and they've also made some base kit changes. So what they're talking about is we've taken part of the effect of the Warden's Key add-on and incorporated it into the base kit and adjusted this add-on accordingly. The Death Slinger now reloads 2.6 seconds by default, was 2.75. It's really not a big deal. He's going to need more than this. And they've also adjusted some other things like the Jaw Smasher and Wanted Poster add-ons to 1.5 and 3% respectively, was 1% and 2.5, to make them more interesting choices to consider. So they've just given them slight buffs. This is also with the Legion's BFF add-on. Basically, you know, it's that add-on where you get 4% increase when the gates are powered as long as you manage to hit enough feral frenzies throughout the match. They're increasing it to 6% to make it more impactful. Mate, it's the end of the match, the gates are open, make it 10%, who cares at that point? You know what I mean? Most survivors will be at the gate and they'll be ready to go and it won't matter anyway. It's a weird add-on, but there you are. But anyway, guys, that's me powering through the update, telling you the most important things first. What do you think? What's your thoughts? Overall, the PTB's tomorrow, and I'm excited to give it a go. I will be streaming it as well, and I'm most excited about this anti-face camp mechanic, as well as skull merchant changes, obviously. I'm always going to keep my eye on things like that. But overall, yeah, I think this could be a positive change. These updates are really good when they just really focus on the nitty-gritty. My only concern is, and I know it's being nerfed, is made for this wasn't just made priority. Made for this should be made priority, should have been part of this patch, and I have no idea why it's not. Pretty ridiculous in my opinion. It's a very strong perk at the moment, and you only need to watch, you know, any streamer or watch your own matches to see that pretty much everyone's using it high end, because it's a really good perk. Makes you faster when you're injured. Nice. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this informative. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. I'm always interested to read what you have to say. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow night on stream. All right. Have a good one. See you guys later.